These libs, seething libs.
I'm a licensed social
Where's Big Wave Dave when you need him, man? He loves these libs.
worker and therapist. This is a safe place. If you need to hear it right now, hear it from a therapist. It's okay if you're devastated, if you can't stop crying, if you're scared, if you're angry. All of those things are valid. You are not overreacting. You're not being dramatic. And anyone telling you that you are is privileged. If you're in my followers, it is because very likely you belong in my community, whichever one that might be. You're welcome here. You're safe here.
So all the guys in the hood or the guys in the impoverished area, they're privileged, Key?
I guess so.
That's crazy.
That's one way to put it.
Man.
We are your family. Stop doom scrolling, get off the phone, go take a shower, brush your teeth, drink some water, watch a TV show that is not related to politics at all. Take some deep breaths. In for 5, hold for 5, and out for 5. You're okay. And it's okay if you're not, because we're gonna be together. There will be a time.
I always say liberal has a uniform. Liberal has a uniform.
For us to come together.
Can't tell me
make
she don't look
plans,
like
but
a
right
liberal.
now, if you need to grieve, do it.
Septum
You are not
piercing.
alone. I want you here. Stick around.
What y'all do? Unalive yourselves? No.
President Harris, if you could see this, please save us.
Asking for
This
a
is
woman
America.
to save you.
This is our
That's
land.
crazy. Whoa.
Y'all, I'm about to have a panic attack.
Yeah.
This is our country.
Is this nigga taking a shit?
Possibly. And here's the funnier thing, though. He's a grown man crying for a woman to save him.
Hold on, I'm lost. Chad, is this man? Hold on a second,
Bro.
Hold on a second. Tell me I'm not hearing what I'm hearing.
Our land. Y'all, I'm about to have a panic attack. This is our country. Our country. This is awful. God save us, please.
Oh, now that we know Project
hell
2025
nah.
is legit happening, like we said all. When's the Civil War start?
Nah.
Anybody know? And what are we wearing? Cause I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready to pull a Braveheart and like ride into battle, paint my face blue. Cause a bitch is not about to become a handmaid. No, a bitch is not about to become a Martha. I am not being sent to the motherfucking colony. So when is it? What are we doing? Anyone know? I mean, they got to invade the Capitol. Why can't?
And shout out D. Michaels, man. He said, can you fact check the FEMA supervisor fired over not helping people in Florida with Trump signs in their yard? I seen it at a JD Delay short just now. Dang. So you told
And
me.
shout out to Doc, Mr. Doc Hill. $2. He said I sent y'all an email about liberal tears. All right, we'll check it out, bro.
Hey, shout out. And dang, I'm telling you, bro, people turn against their own, like, bro, governors turn against their own constituents. Governors doing it. You got FEMA supervisors doing it. It's kind of crazy. Just because you voted differently than them, they feel like they could ignore you as an American. I mean, did they not take this job because they wanted to help Americans, or was it all just a power trip to them?
They took an oath to serve and protect all Americans, but I guess it only matters when it's the Americans you agree with.
I wonder what that oath was. I vowed to take a complete power trip for my entire candidacy. Man.
Can't we?
But
They
we
got
got
to
you,
get off
D.
with it
Michaels.
and now are getting pardoned, but we get to suffer. No. So, what are we doing? What are we wearing? And when are we corroborating? Because I have anxiety. I'm a little bit stressy and depressy right now. And I kind of just want to get a little messy. We're like, what's the game plan? Anybody got one? No? Okay.
Your body, my choice.
Yeah.
Y'all not built like that.
Is that what you think? Because I'd love to paint this wall blood fucking red. My body, your choice? How about your skull, my gun? Your neck, my sword. Your face, this.
Why'd you say here? What the hell? No
Please
way.
tell me he's joking, bro.
He cheated!
He cheated.
He cheated!
I thought I seen that in one of the chats in one of our clips.
Please tell me he's joking.
Tell me why I seen that in one of our clips. Somebody was like, when during the premiere, somebody was like, he cheated. I'm like, are y'all really going with this? Well,
Y'all sound like how y'all said we sounded in 2020.
You sore losers.
Not a shoes on the other foot.
Man, it sucks, don't it?
He cheated! There was fraud! There was fraud!
Yeah.
You know what? I'm getting pissed off. It's been 72 hours since Trump been elected, and we are not getting what we voted for. We're not. And I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed because I could have sworn that these celebrities and these women on The View and all these places said that if we voted Trump in, that they was going to leave the country. And now I saw that the View, they showing up in black dresses just to mourn the president election, Trump being elected. That is not what y'all promised us. Y'all said that if we voted for Trump, that they will leave the country, and y'all ain't boarded a plane yet.
Nah, shout out. She damn near sound like me the first day after the election. I'm like, okay, all these people that are like, oh, these are the countries you should leave to if you don't like America anymore. Oh, we're all going to leave. This isn't a country that's safe for women anymore. I was like, okay, sounds good. Just post that flight when you get on it. Yeah. Post that passport when you're leaving the country. Post your bags. Post the same TikTok that you posted saying you was going to leave. Update us on the story.
And
post this when you hop on that plane. I gotta see it.
All right, and D. Michaels, I do have a fact check for you. FEMA officials, Marina Washington, who ordered her staff to avoid helping homes with Donald Trump flags affected by hurricanes. Well, yeah, in Florida. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. She pretty much got relieved of duty. They pretty much said, yo, you got to resign. You got to go. Relieved of duty. You're fired. Because she pretty much ordered that, well, people with Trump flags are not helped. That's crazy. And shout out Ground News, by the way, because you can find the source. You can find multiple sources on this, honestly. But yes. And make sure y'all like the video, man. Go ahead and double tap that screen for me, man. And the 3 dots up there in the corner. Make sure to like the video, guys. Appreciate the support, man. Let's go. And it's mainly a right-leaning news. And mainly the right's covering this. So there's a bit of a bias to it.
I'm getting frustrated. Trump, you got to do something about this, because I thought our vote was going to count. We did vote for that. That's what they not understanding. We voted for y'all to leave the country. And I thought that I would be seeing airlines being, filled up. Tickets would be hard to get because all the celebrities, all of Hollywood, all of these politicians, these journalists that said that if you get elected, that they was going to board the plane and leave.
See you.
I can't no more. Our vote ain't counting already, y'all.
We.
I guess. Maybe I'll give them another week, but, time is ticking. Get on the plane.
In case there's any MAGA men here, please know that these women who are swearing off sleeping with you and men in general,
all right, Chad,
they're not shaping up to be perfect wives. They are saying they would rather die alone than marry you or be with you in any way, shape, or form. And just so we're clear, also, I support them 100%. You guys are shit.
Anyone and everyone who is listening to this, I need you to spiritually prepare. I do not know what is coming, but it is huge. I don't know what is coming, but it is huge. I do not know what Trump did, but he crossed a line. I don't know what line.
I mean, I know it's coming now, and right now it's liberal tears, and I know it's will be coming in the future, my friend, liberal tears. And by the way, it is day 7 now of me being waiting to put back in chains. I'm waiting for women to lose their rights. So I'm waiting for the handmaidens tale, to be honest with you. It's day 7, and nothing's still happening. Like, I'm getting impatient. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know where, but everyone is angry. Not just the humans, the gods, the primordials. Gods. Goddamn time itself is angry.
The gods.
Time is angry. This is beyond. Everybody needs to spiritually prepare. Get yourself grounded. Get yourself sturdy. Make sure that you are looking into mutual aid. that you are going to support your neighbors and your friends in this time. We are not going to tear each other apart. We need to be strong. I don't know what for. I don't know what for. But something's happening.
You will be
This
okay,
is
my
something
friend.
we have not seen before.
You will be okay.
Anyone?
In case there's
Have you guys noticed that everyone that voted for Trump, they don't really, their face cards definitely decline most of the time. Have you noticed that everyone that did not vote for Trump are baddies? Like absolute baddies?
Wow. So you're trying to say that, oh, well, all the good looking girls voted for Kamala and all the ugly bitches voted for what? Trump. Oh, all the good looking guys voted for Kamala, but all the all the ugly dudes voted for Trump. That's what you're trying to say, sweetheart. You'd be quite surprised who's on your liberal side, ma'am. And trust me, you'd be quite surprised because all these liberal dudes that voted for Kamala, y'all girls ain't touching. Actually, it's kind of funny because liberal women actually be hurt once they find out the dudes that they like are actually conservative. I know. Surprise, surprise. But it is what it is. If that's what you see, go ahead.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
Okay, that whole Kamala speech
What you mean? There's bad bitches on both sides, conservative and liberals, both sides.
that we heard, where she basically said, we always win. Sometimes the fight takes longer. It gives off the same vibes as sometimes people will close the door on you. And then you just gotta kick that fucker down.
Damn.
I think that's what she's doing right now. She's kicking that fucker down. And that's why she's so damn quiet.
It's over.
Because they're in there going, wait a minute, we're seeing all these people saying my vote isn't counted. They're going through and saying, what are all these people that, I see that they voted in every single damn election, right down to dog catcher, but for some reason they didn't vote in this election. And what about the return of mail-in ballots is usually 10% in this state don't return their mail-in ballots. But for some reason, this election, it's 30% of people that didn't return their ballots. And you know what she's going to do?
Sweetheart, you really need to ask yourself of how the hell did Joe Biden get 81 million votes, but Harris didn't? Where were these 81 million people that was going to show up? If 81 million people showed up for Biden, why didn't they show up for Harris? So it's either that Harris ran the most terrible campaign and lost millions of voters that Joe Biden was able to secure, or something was fishy with that. I mean, you could actually, why don't you ask yourself that question as well?
She's going to go to court with actual evidence because she's a lawyer instead of, trust me, bro, they're broken. And we're getting our election back. We're taking our country back. I truly believe that. And I also believe
too late, baby girl. We already took it back, man. Trump 2024.
That's
too
why
late.
We are all very upset about this, but we're our guts are calm. We know inside of our guts that this is not what reality is. We know that there's something fishy going on, and we're getting it back. I can just feel it in my bones. It's, give it a couple of...
And shout out Maya. I mean, she's no blue hair, but I've yet to see a hot lib dude. I know they exist, right? Maybe could be me, though. Chris Evans went from a 9 to a 4 quick. On God, something about liberalism just devalues you. I don't get it. Even women. I mean, I'm just going to say it. Liberalism devalues people. Liberalism devalues women the most. It's as soon as you're a liberal, you believe in what? A whole phase. You believe in, I don't know, bisexual. You believe in being gay and all that crazy stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's not like being gay is only a liberal thing, but it kind of goes along with it. You feel me?
Weeks, and we're going to end up, there's going to be some announcement or something.
But shout out Maya, though. Appreciate the support.
Hey, everybody that didn't have their ballot counted. If you are in your state and you didn't have your ballot counted, you go to vote.org. You can come in and cast a ballot. If you did not,
and shoot, in my community, I ain't gonna lie, man. There's beautiful women on both sides. I'll just say that in my community. Hey, the Trump and Kamala Harris supporters, beautiful women on both sides, and I'm pretty sure it's that way all around. So it is kind of crazy that young lady would say that.
it's already not counted. I mean, something like that's going to happen. Just watch. She's kicking that fucking door down.
So as a white woman who 1000% voted for Kamala Harris and will stand and continue to stand and fight with you guys, how the fuck do I make sure you know that I'm one of the good ones and I'm not one of these stupid ass bitches that decided to vote for Donald Trump? I know we're doing the whole blue bracelet thing, but like I need something right now. Like I need you guys to know that that wasn't me. It will never be me. And
not y'all white women, not y'all white women going like, look, I know majority of us voted for Trump, but how do I let you know that's not us? I mean, shit, you know what? How do I let y'all know that I was one of the 7% that did vote for Trump? Maybe I need to make a shirt for my black guys called, yes, I'm one of the 7%. Yes, 7% right on our goddamn shirt. Like, yup, 7% black men voted for Trump. Yep, that's us, baby. That's us. Let's go, baby. Was it? Hold on. Was it 7 or 20%? Kind of what was it, guys? I know it was something crazy, like a very low number of percentage of black men voted for Trump. And you know what, guys? My black men, we might as well go ahead and just put it on our chest. You might as well just go ahead and get a shirt.
Asking. Somebody help me out.
Hi, hello. Just here to tell you that you're not alone. We're all feeling this right now. We're all feeling
2025
sad.
All right, they'll make a shirt called the 20%. The 20% of black men that voted for Kamala Harris. Man, you know what? How do we make ourselves known? Easy. Make America Great Again hat. Or just, you know what? Just go ahead and say, man, I'm part of the 20. Just bump a guy and be like, don't worry, man, I'm part of that 20%.
And mad and anxious and nervous and confused and frustrated and fucking angry. And you're not alone. And we're with you.
What y'all angry about?
We're gonna figure it out, and it might take a little bit, but we're gonna figure it out.
What is there to figure out?
And I've been crying all day. And I don't think I have any more tears left. And I thought about it, and I thought, what is the one thing that I can do in this moment that will make me feel better? And so I went to Taco Bell.
Bruh.
And so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna.
This woman, bro, not you fat as hell, and you told me I'm sad, I'm depressed. So I went to Taco Bell. I'm like, this woman here, bro. America. Sadly, this is one of the shittier sides of America, but welcome to America. You know, overweight women drown themselves in fast food and drown themselves in their depression and anxiety in processed foods. America.
I'm gonna eat my beef Mexi melt, and I might cry some more.
Possibly not even real beef.
I'm gonna think about all the people in my life that I love, and that I will support, and will continue to support me, and we're gonna get through it. And I love you, and you're strong, and I love you.
Sweetheart, if you can just get out through a workout session, I promise you, most of the stuff you're feeling right now will be cured. You look, the more you work out, the more conservative you'll become. The healthier you are, the more conservative you'll become. Trust me, it'll happen. Just start. You'll be okay.
Okay, so what if the Democratic Party finally got smart and the reason that they had Kamala on as their VP is because she's a prosecutor?
Bruh.
And because
I'm sorry, but yo, now, all right, delusional. All right, I didn't think the delusion was this strong, bro. They were trying to talk shit about Trump supporters. Not even Trump supporters came out and did all of this. They were just like, oh, this election was stolen. Want. They're done. No, there was no tears. There was no type of crazy theories. It was just, period. The election stolen. That's it. Y'all coming up with anything now, and it's yelling delusional at this point, and it's sad. It's like, damn, everything you guys called us, y'all showing yourselves to be.
Whole last 4 years have been about setting up DJT. What if they've been playing the ultra long game, letting him fuck himself over and over and over again because they knew he would, because that's who he is. He thinks he can get away with anything. And, you know, in a lot of cases, he's not even really trying to be sneaky about it anymore. Like, what if they've been investigating him this entire fucking time and letting him commit election fraud was like their very last piece of the puzzle? I don't know. Like I said in one of my other videos, could definitely just be in the denial stage of grief, but It's keeping me sane, so whatever.
Don't worry, baby girl. Dream on. You'll be okay.
Anyway, what do you guys think? Personally, I think Kamala is that smart. We know she always comes with receipts. We know all the traps she set for him at the debate. So why wouldn't she have been setting traps for him this whole fucking time? Just saying, she's a bad enough bitch. Could be true.
Okay, so I hear
She's not that smart, but okay.
that white women are using blue bracelets to signal to people to especially
Yo, bro, come on now. Don't do that.
But I also want to put out there, while this is great for people to be able to kind of seek people out, that safety from a black and brown woman is their own assessment. How do they feel in my presence? How, based on the things that I show up for in my life, am I a safe woman? I don't get to decide that I'm a safe woman. Black and brown women get to decide that I'm a safe woman.
Nigga, what?
And I just wanted to put that out there, that safety is relative.
Black and brown, sweetheart, you know your group mostly voted for Trump, right? It was your group. I mean, let's be real. White women put Trump in office last time. They did it again this time. Bro, would you mad at yourself? You might as well join your own kind and be like, hey, ask them. All right, man, what's all this about? Majority of y'all rocking with this man. Why? Like, come on now. Shoot, you're in a better position than we are. At least you can ask questions about Trump. Shoot, bro, I tell my people I'm 1 to 20%. They're over here throwing insults. I don't even get a why. I'm not even the majority. I'm the minority.
There may be many, many, many black and brown women who feel safe in my presence, and there may be some that I have encountered that do not.
Bro, what's wrong with this young lady?
So I just want you to know, safety is up to the person who is more vulnerable in the situation.
And who's that?
So,
you?
Good luck. Make lots of blue bracelets because I think they deserve to feel safe, but they
lots of blue bracelets. Blue bracelets.
To my friends and family that voted for Trump this year.
About as liberal than a god damn it. The piercing, colored hair, the deranged look in her eyes, all that.
I know you're busy celebrating. I'm sure that seeing my grief makes you uncomfortable.
Nope.
You might think I'm overreacting, being too sensitive.
Yes, you are.
Or maybe you believe that I wouldn't understand how you would feel if the tables were turned. But you're wrong. This isn't about political differences. This time is very, very personal. As I look around, I see so many of you on your soapboxes celebrating the looming mass deportation of immigrants. I assume, being willfully ignorant, that deporting immigrants will only increase your grocery prices.
What in the hell? Who the hell told you that dumbass? What? Who told you that dumbass thing? It's like, wait, whoa. Getting these immigrants out of here is only going to make you safer. And it gives more jobs to the kids, even though these kids don't want to work. But hey, though, all the jobs that the illegal immigrants are working, we can make our kids start working and start making a better generation, because we might have effed up just this generation. We might have to pray on the next one. And you are a main reason why I'm saying that, because ain't no goddamn way you said these immigrants is going to raise grocery prices. Make that make sense. Rationalize that for me. Like, please, when y'all say stuff like that, because grocery prices, illegal immigrants. I mean,
Tribute to a downfall of a country that they are deeply woven into. I hear you complaining about the cost of eggs and the price of gas. Seemingly ignoring.
Oh yeah, make sure you like the video, man. Go ahead and double tap that screen or the 3 dots up there in the corner, man. Appreciate the support, guys.
That women are dying every single day because they don't have safe legal access to reproductive health care.
Bro.
Excuse me if I simply cannot wrap my head around such a selfish, short-sighted point of view. The reality is, whether you're ready to hear it or not.
I mean, isn't it selfish and short-sighted to feel like you can just take babies out because you want to live an irresponsible life? Like, isn't it selfish and short-sighted that, I don't know, you're not seeing the blessing of a child and raising a family, and you're only seeing the party of next week? the party that's popping off next week, isn't that a bit short-sighted? Like, I don't know. It's a bit crazy. Pot calling the kettle black for sure.
Your vote for Trump shows me that your compassion does not extend beyond your own backyard. You bought the fear sold by the right-wing propaganda machine. And in turn, you abandoned women, trans kids, immigrant families.
Trans kids?
Convinced that...
Bro, there shouldn't be no such thing as trans kids. That's the goddamn problem. There shouldn't be no such thing as trans kids. I'm just gonna fucking say it. Why the hell is there even thing as trans kids? Why are we convincing kids to change their gender at a young age? There shouldn't be no such thing as trans kids. Trans adults, go ahead, do what you want. But trans kids, we have a effing problem. And make sure you like the video, guys.
Somehow this was protecting your interests. Protecting things that were never even at risk. Meanwhile, me and mine haven't slept in days. Wondering, come January 22nd, whose rights and safeties will be stripped away first.
What?
When the walls come crashing down, when inflation spikes and housing costs threaten you.
You mean like under Biden? You mean like under Kamala Harris? I mean, did you not see what we were all complaining about? I mean, come on now. Well, what are you talking about? It already happened. It already happened in an administration that you were about to vote for. Well, actually, you voted for it. So what are you talking about?
When your daughters suffer because they can't access medical care.
How? Can't access medical care. What does abortion have to do with my daughter or my mom being able to go get her tooth fixed, go over there and get a checkup? What does that have to do with that? Please tell me what abortion has to do with y'all going out there and being able to go out there and get medical assistance. I mean, y'all sound stupid.
Parents face a broken system with no one to help them. Please don't come to me for comfort or support. Because you left us when we needed you most. And we won't forget that.
What?
When you say you love me, when you say you do anything for me.
Message to you liberal women. Look, we may not agree with you, and I'm talking about us Trump supporters or us more conservative guys. We may not agree with you. We may not like the way we think. Bro, we may not like the way y'all think and all that, but I promise you, we will die to protect y'all. And that's all women will die to protect. It's actually kind of funny that they're talking this way. Oh, you've abandoned us and all this good stuff. I'm like, sweetheart, where? Last time I checked, a random man will still take a bullet for your dumb ass. I'm pretty sure.
Those words fall flat now. When my rights are stripped away, when my existence is threatened, how will you protect me? Will you stand beside me? Push against those who mean harm to me? Will you protest loudly? Fight fiercely for me when I am persecuted?
Okay.
Or will you yet again tell me that I'm just being too sensitive?
Yeah, I would tell you yet again that, yes, girl, you are tripping. Yes, you are.
And over dramatic.
Most definitely.
I know what love is. This isn't it.
This had nothing to do with love. There's just a difference of opinion, sweetheart. You're turning into something deeper than it really needs to be. It's not about love. If you feel like, people don't love you because they voted differently than you, then the problem is you. Problem is you, sweetheart. I mean, come on now. Me and my parents voted for different people, but they're not calling me like, you don't love me no more. I'm like, bro, I would look at my parents and be like, come on now. Luckily, thank God, I have rational parents. Thank God. But if they was to ever hit me with this, I would literally have to look at them like a little kid for the one time and be like, what is wrong with you?
So no, I won't put aside the differences between us and hold space for you. I did that last time. I tried to forgive, to understand, to find compassion and make peace with our political rifts. I tried to believe that there was still a place for us in each other's lives.
What?
But I was left backstabbed, gutted, and betrayed.
So if Kamala Harris would have won, would have been the place for us in y'all lives? It's kind of funny. The speech is crazy.
By the very people who are still trying to say they love me.
Because they do.
This time it's different. If you're truly surprised that I'm burning bridges as I process all of this, you didn't know me in the first place.
Sweetheart, man, look, you ain't doing nothing different, okay, man? It's 2016 all over again. They were doing the same thing in 2016. You ain't doing nothing different. If you think you are, well, you're a narcissist and you think you're too special. So, get over yourself. Yeah, thank you. But let's go to this one, Lefties Losing It.
Are more awful. Now it's time for Lefties Losing It, and we have a star-studded lineup for you tonight, from Barbara Streisand to late night TV hosts. But let's start, Lefties, with the always clueless, always bitter.
Maya, who let politics ruin their family? I don't know. It really is it amazes me, because most of my family voted for Kamala Harris, and I would be shocked to know that, I'm cutting you off because you voted for Trump. I'm like, you're stupid, okay? You're stupid, and get over yourself. I'll see you in 4 years when you get over yourself. I wouldn't even take it seriously. I just literally look at them and be like, all right, cool. I'll see you in about 2 to 4 years, okay? You'll be just fine. Don't worry, you'll come back with the, oh man, we were wrong the whole time. And I'm gonna be there with open arms like, it's okay. It's all good.
Always delusional ladies of The View. God bless ABC for keeping this awful program on air. If it wasn't for the hosts of The View, well, I don't know where I'd get my content from some days. All the hosts are pretty awful, but some are more awful than others. Listen here as one of the less awful hosts tries to say something actually sensible and factual, but Sunny Hostin ain't having it. She just keeps screeching misogyny, sexism.
These different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the
That's the problem. Y'all want to blame everything on misogyny and racism. Y'all have no accountability. It's like y'all sound sad. It's like, bro, it's so funny because it's like, why did Kamala Harris lose? Because I'm going to tell you why. She ran a terrible campaign. There was no preparation. Therefore, it was a poor performance. There's a lot of other reasons, but those are the main two for me. So it's crazy when we say, why she lose? Misogyny. No, it's not about misogyny. Because if it was about misogyny, then we'd also get on Trump for having Tulsi Gabbard over there. Like, let's be real. If it was about misogyny, we'd be like, Trump, you're supposed to be a man's man. The hell you got a woman on your side for? It's like, y'all not even making sense.
The border crisis is on their doorstep. So and they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons. That's what that was. The lessons are not.
Knock. Who's there? Oh my gosh, it's Whoopi.
There you have it. They're all just a pack of misogynist monsters down there. All the Latinos, Hispanics. That's what Sunny thinks. Sounds a little bit racist if you ask me. But the meltdowns did not end there. Here she attacks not just Latinos, but America. The whole country is rotten, apparently.
I think the more relevant question actually is, what is wrong with America? I think, what is wrong with our country? What is wrong with this country that they would choose a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny over a message of inclusiveness?
Oh, yes, so inclusive,
really,
so tolerant.
Really, so inclusive, so tolerant, but anytime somebody don't agree with y'all have all the racist remarks for them. You have all the racist vitriol. So, no, cut the BS. We knew what it was, and trust me, especially here at S.E.T King Media, these lefties can't play stupid with us because we seen how they was acting in the chat. We seen how racist they got. We seen how hateful it was. So, when y'all try to say inclusive, quit the bullshit, man. Y'all ain't inclusive. The only people y'all include is the lefties like your own, or people who think like yourselves. Y'all don't include nobody else. That's why a Trump supporter wasn't even able to get into a Kamala Harris rally. But a Biden supporter, Kamala supporter can easily get into a Trump rally. It's like, bro, y'all, I want to say all of y'all are hateful people, but there's a small group of y'all that are very hateful, and you guys don't shut that group up. And y'all let them yell louder than the group who is not as hateful as them.
She even hear herself, but Sunny wasn't done yet. The angry rant continued, and it got weirder and weirder.
Children to be shot, it's wealth to be hoarded, it's worker to be exploited, it's poor to starve, it's cops to murder.
Okay, talking about weird, I'm going to miss this woman, Gwen Walls, the wife of Kamala Harris's VP pick, Tim Walls. She would have been a rich source of material for this segment, but sadly, Harris and Walls were a uniquely terrible, inauthentic, and unelectable team. Here is Gwen, however, rallying the troops after the devastating loss.
I'm not sure if you heard me. We cannot and we will not give up this fight.
You kind of got no choice.
Right, come on! Come on! That's right, we cannot and we will not give up this fight. That's right. All right, you can sit down now.
You can sit down now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, Gwen, but
I mean, this was the same lady telling everybody to turn the page. Okay, everybody, like your goddamn children, follow me. Turn the page. Yeah, and what was y'all doing? Turning the page, tap dancing to them just like y'all say we do to Trump. Ain't that crazy?
we're turning the page. We're turning the page.
Bye-bye, Donald Trump. We are turning the page.
We'll always have that. That was possibly my favourite lefties losing it moment of the year. She's a little bit terrifying, if you ask
While y'all was trying to turn the page, hey, we were turning them ballots, baby. Now we up.
me. Now let's check in with a couple of late night TV hosts who are not.
And shout out Mr. 216 Freak, man. Shout out to my fellow Cleveland man. Hey, man, shout out. I don't get where this whole Trump is racist thing came from. Didn't Trump get an award from Jesse Jackson for hiring so many minorities? Yes, he did, but they don't want to give him credit for that. And then they want to, well, I'm be real with you, tell stories of, oh, well, even though he hired all these black people, he hired black people just to make him hide from him when he came around. I mean, how stupid is that? If you're a real racist, you don't even want black people in your working spot. You're telling me Trump hired black people, got all these black people hired just so you can have them scatter when he comes around. I mean, like, that's literally what leftist media will tell you, though. Especially when you bring up that point in which you said right there, my friend. Especially when you bring that up, man. And shout out to Cleveland.
Coping well with reality.
Stay safe out there, my
Let's start with
friend.
the painfully unfunny hypocrite Jimmy Kimmel, who was brought to tears by democracy, but he started off pretty cocky before the election.
Little snowflake. What a blowhard. He's a blowhard and a snowflake. He's a blowflake is what he is. He should change the hats to say, "Make America Wine Again." It's more than half of this country voted for the criminal, still trying to figure out what happened.
More than half the country.
That's a tad on.
Yes, 74, I think 0.8 million people voted for Donald Trump. All right, you only got 70 million for Kamala Harris. I mean, hey, damn near over a $4 million difference. So 4 million people more voted for Donald Trump. Yes. And yes, I am one of them 75 plus million people who voted for Donald Trump. Shout out my man Donald Trump winning the popular vote and the electoral. What, 312 to what, 226? Pitiful.
Unfair. Let's have a listen to why he's crying. Maybe there is something redeeming or insightful we can learn from this man.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism, for justice, for free speech. It was a terrible night.
It's crazy when they say for science, when anybody who gave an alternate option to, the COVID other than the jab was hit with medical misinformation. That's kind of crazy how y'all talk about, the science when y'all was disrespecting the science through COVID. Ain't that crazy?
Night for poor people, for the middle class, for seniors who rely on Social Security, for our allies in Ukraine.
Bro, the allies in Ukraine gonna be just fine, bro. They're ready to make peace negotiations now. Y'all be okay.
For NATO, for the truth.
Everybody acting right.
He's totally demented. It was a terrible night for democracy. What democracy was terrible for democracy? A candidate winning in a landslide, winning the Electoral College by the biggest margin we've seen from a Republican in 36 years, winning the popular vote, biggest popular vote ever by a Republican, winning convincingly, including the Senate, every swing state. And that's bad for democracy. You see, the left only values democracy if they win. And during that little emotional diatribe from Kimmel, he talked about women's rights and decency. I'm sorry, but I'm not about to be lectured on decency from this creep.
Tell us what you think of the statue.
Yo.
Do you think that she's attractive or not? Take another look at it.
Yo.
It's so obscene that we've had to pixelate some of that.
I mean, that was funny. Like, that was a little simpy, but okay.
And can't show you the whole thing. He's always been gross and frightfully
Type of man
unfunny.
does
And talking about unfunny, let's hear from Stephen Colbert.
Like, I could never even put it in my head to do something like that and think that it'd be funny. It looks kind of pathetic and simpy, wimpy. Looks like you're a submissive person to your girl. It sounds like it looks. I ain't gonna lie. Does this man have a wife? Because I'm almost sure his wife pegs him. Allegedly. Maybe I'm just being a bit mean though. And shout out Seth Troutman. Hey family, can't stay long, half an hour. These libs need to grow up and get baptized on God. And I am not sorry for that, because they got demons in them. Yes, they do. They definitely got them demons in them right now.
Yesterday, I was walking around proudly wearing my I voted sticker. Today,
walking around a low vibration, man. Yeah, y'all better raise y'all vibrations before you get possessed, man.
I wore my I am questioning my fundamental belief in the goodness of humanity sticker. Now, they give those out. This is a democracy.
Okay.
That's democracy with a capital duh. And in this democracy, the majority has spoken, and they said they don't care that much about democracy.
You know, the Republicans should pray to have political opponents that are this dumb, this blind, this deluded, and completely incapable of introspection, so out of touch and insulated in their little echo chambers that they are unlikely to ever work out the obvious reasons why Donald Trump won in a landslide. At least Colbert is honest enough.
And make sure to like the video, guys. Go ahead and double tap that screen for me and like the video, or the 3 dots up there in the corner. Appreciate the support. Any questions, comments, or jokes you want to send in, just $1 and up. Appreciate y'all.
To note that his audience is protected from the truth.
If you watch the show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great.
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, me neither.
Yep, if you watch trash like that, reality will hit you hard, because you've been fed nothing but leftist lies and hysteria.
That is true. If you watch that thing day to day, hearing them saying, yeah, we're going to win, it's going to be a blowout, then the day happens, y'all get blown the hell out, yeah, it's going to be a shocker. I mean, like I said, there was people celebrating before the election was even over.
And a woman who clearly has been on a diet of lies and hysteria.
And Harris wasn't up one time.
Is Barbara Streisand. Remember the last time Trump was president and she claimed that he was making her fat? That's a real headline.
Yep.
Well, this time...
Bro, there was this black woman who pretty much says, oh, how can you expect me to lose weight in Donald Trump's America? I was like, this bitch. Excuse my language, but this bitch, man. What? It's like I was saying, it's like, bro, like Donald Trump just this epic scapegoat for these liberals. It's like, as long as Donald Trump's in office, you have an excuse to be a loser. You have an excuse to be a degenerate. You have an excuse to not better yourself, as long as Donald Trump's in office. So honestly, y'all lefties should be thankful that Donald Trump's in office, because y'all now have the excuse to be a pathetic piece of shit. Congratulations.
She's pledging to flee the country.
How do you feel about the specter of a second Trump administration?
I will move. I can't live in this country if he became president.
Goodbye.
Where would you go? Where would you go?
Probably to England.
That's not bad.
I like England.
Now, there'll be plenty more lefties content with my next guest, host of Primetime with Alex Stein on Blaze TV. Alex Stein, who also did invaluable work as a white dude for Kamala.
We have to stop Donald Trump from getting into office. I came here with a dream. And I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for Donald Trump, and I'm doing it for these kids. I love these kids. I love these kids. I'm just not happy. I'm going through so much. And my damn wife keeps posting on Facebook she's in Cancun, Mexico with her new boyfriend.
I'm done trolling.
I just want one kid to learn how to do math.
Oh, some of your best work, Alex.
Yo,
Explain
this man is
yourself, please.
hilarious. This man literally walked in there to troll them. But what did Trump say? Even Trump made a joke about the white dudes for Harris. It's like cucks for Harris. Yeah, white dudes for Harris. Y'all pretty much expose yourselves as cucks because you want to so bad to follow a woman. I mean, think about it. Y'all literally tailed behind following a woman. When has that ever been a manly thing? White dudes for Harris. Like, really think about what you did with yourself there. Black men for Harris. Think about what you did for yourself there. Oh, so thirsty to run behind the black woman. I mean, come on, guys. Didn't we learn our lesson through what's going on in our community?
Well, Rita, that was the day after the election, and they had a special meeting in Washington, D.C., because the testing scores, the standardized scores for the Washington school children, K through 12, were alarmingly bad in the inner city schools, that the kids were proficient for their grade level. Just 8% of the students were proficient. So they had to have a special meeting all about math. So that's why I went up there and talked about math. But that was the day after the election. And listen, I was up all night celebrating that Donald Trump win. I rolled in there, my pencil was not full of lead, but still, I went in there and did my best. And
it was a great performance.
I'm so happy. Thank you, Rita.
It was a great performance. Now, people do
Epic
celebrate
performance.
In
Well
different
done, my
ways,
man.
and
Well
I'm
done.
wondering whether you had anything to do with this celebration.
You ain't the same on the game. Hey, Donald Trump is your president.
Is your daddy again.
Donald Trump is your daddy again.
Boy, Donald Trump is your president. Donald Trump is your president again, man. And then I don't want to hear that, oh, that's not my president. Oh, yes, he is. Oh, yes, he is.
Your work.
No, I didn't.
He's a racist. He's a misogynist. So, who cares? He's going to make America great again. Don't matter. He's going to enslave women. It's like, maybe they need a little bit of enslavement. All right, I'm just playing. I'm just twisting the knife. I'm sorry.
Not. And, honestly, Daddy Trump needs to come back. He's coming back. Gas prices are about to get cheap. We don't have to worry about biological men beating women in women's sports. I mean, the world is going to get exponentially better. So if we got to call Donald Trump daddy, he is. He's the father of this country, and there's no better father than Donald Trump.
Nah, you wanna know why? Because it's a troll. Because all y'all live, oh, Daddy Trump. Y'all kept calling him Daddy Trump. Well, guess what, man? Trump your daddy now too.
Donald Trump's youngest son, Barron, has been credited for helping guide his father's strategy to attract younger voters through appearances with podcasters, comics like Theo Von, The Joe Rogan Show, Adam Ross. Here is Donald Trump talking about Barron's involvement in his campaign.
So I have a son who's very smart and tall, Barron, right? And he knows all about you. He knows about guys I never heard of. He said, Dad, you don't know how big they are. They're big. You know, he showed me how big. I said, who the hell is he? Like Ross. He said, Dad, he's a great guy. I mean, guys that are doing, it's a whole new world out there.
How much of a difference did this so-called bro vote have?
Like, Trump literally had to step into, like, the new generation. I mean, the generation past me, he stepped into the other generation. I mean, even back in my generation, it was still, things still kind of ran the same. Like, you still had to go on, like, the mainstream media. But now in today's times, there's a bigger, bro. There are podcasts that get more views than these people do every day. The mainstream media does every day. You combine all the mainstream media and they don't equal up to Joe Rogan somehow, some way. So, hey, we're in different times where he can go on these independent platforms and have a long form conversation when people can actually hear out his plans and he's not being edited like he was in 60 Minutes.
In this election, I remember Republican women like Riley Gaines, even Megyn Kelly, were encouraging men to go out there and vote to help save the country.
Well, it was huge. And a lot of people want to criticize Donald Trump, but I think the best judgment of a man's character is how well Donald Trump's children are doing.
Bro.
And his son Barron is a genius for basically putting his campaign over the top. And then on top of that, you look at Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, and, his other children that have issues. The Obamas, their kids are
Biden had
wacky.
one good kid.
All of Donald Trump's children work in his business, support him. They all have clean criminal records. I don't think any of them are selling our secrets.
Like, Joe Biden had one good kid. Shout out, rest in peace, Bo Biden, out there catching high-profile pedophiles, my man.
the Ukraine. So Donald Trump is a great father, and he raised a great young man in Barron Trump, and I'm really indebted to him for making him think outside the box and go on these podcasts and do untraditional media. And I really do think that was the difference in this election.
Now let's have a look at some young men celebrating this famous victory.
There was never any doubt, Kamala, you're fired.
Not everybody they Donald Trump suit. Not. America, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Being unburdened by Kamala Harris feels pretty good there. They're celebrating hard.
Yes, I feel unburdened by what Kamala Harris could have been. Yes, I feel unburdened by what Kamala Harris could have been.
Has there been any violence? I saw there were protests today in New York, Seattle, Chicago, all the usual places. But
hey, no, I have to.
Are they smashing up windows and attacking people yet, or are they saving that for the inauguration?
Yeah, I think they're waiting for the inauguration to start burning down all of the city buildings. But, you know, that celebration dance is now taking over the NFL and college football. Multiple players for the San Francisco 49ers are doing it today. Yesterday, a bunch of college football players are doing that dance. So Donald Trump is just, I mean, he's a cultural phenomenon. Everything he touches turns into gold, literally. Even his dance moves are the hottest trending thing on TikTok and all over the world. So, you know, we're celebrating. Nobody here is really upset. I think everybody's ready for our country to take a step in the right direction.
Now, Kamala Harris did do some podcasts herself. They just weren't as popular or interesting chats as the one Trump was having. And we're learning that she spent an enormous amount of money. Obviously, she had a lot more money than Donald Trump, around $1 billion war chest, 3 times more than what he had. And
they broke.
Spent $100,000 reconstructing the Call Her Daddy podcast in a hotel room. I mean, look at that. How does that cost $100,000? It's beyond me. Tell me about how they've managed to waste $1 billion and still have the most.
They paid that girl $100K. Most likely.
I mean, Rita.
Hey, shout out to that Call Her Daddy girl. That's $100K for an interview plus the views. Shout out.
Kamala Harris spent $1 billion on her campaign and is somehow $20 million in debt. I think that's the definition of girl math. And that would be a clear indication.
Girl math is wild. Girl math is wild. And girl math is just when we give y'all ass the card and somehow you come back with a negative balance. It'd be like, I only bought this, that, this, and the third. It's like, oh, really? And you wonder how we ended up on negative. But yes, how the hell you got $1 billion and now y'all owe 20 mil? They got $1 billion and owe 20 million. That's crazy.
Of how she.
I mean. She couldn't even handle her campaign she couldn't even handle her campaign funds correctly. But you expect her to run America right? You expect her to run the economy well. Oh wow, guys, y'all is really funny.
She would run the country if she ran her campaign with free money and is still in debt. Then this country would only get in much worse debt. And you know what? It actually really makes me upset that they had to build a fake set in a hotel room when there's 1 million different studios in D.C. and New York that they could have rented out and redecorated and spent not even 1/8 of that, probably 1/10. Probably for $10,000 they could have got a very nice studio. But they don't care about that. All they wanted to do is waste as much money and not actually do any,
shit, ain't they money?
Interviews. Joe Rogan even said that they.
Wanna why? Because it's not their money. It's y'all money. Whoever donated to Kamala, that's what she was doing with your money, just blowing the bag. As we say, well, as black community say, blowing the bag. Y'all would say reckless spending. It's like, what in the God's name were you doing? How'd you get $1 billion and you owe 20? Like, what were you doing? Who the hell? How much did you pay Cardi B and Beyonce just to come up and speak?
They needed to curate and edit the interview if she did sit down with them. So she's just inauthentic. She's a phony. And because of that, nobody wanted to vote for her.
Now we've got some news about Donald Trump's administration. He's already announced that the likes of Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo will not be part of Trump 2.0.
Let's go. No Warhawks.
Pleased his base enormously. And today CNN are reporting that Elise Stefanik will be the ambassador.
No neocons 2025, baby. No neocons 2025. We don't need them in there no more. We don't need no more war hawks. We need nobody pushing war no more. Let's keep our soldiers here, but well trained. Let's keep our soldiers here, but well trained. And let's stay out of these wars, man. Let's go.
To the UN. That's
and happy Veterans Day. Oh, well, I guess Veterans Day didn't pass, but belated Veterans Day.
Reporting.
Especially to you, Gerard.
What do you think about these choices thus far?
Well, Congresswoman Stefanik's great. She's defended Donald Trump through and through, and she's in a traditionally red district in New York. So even though she's going to be plucked out of her position as Congresswoman, that district will probably still stay red. And, you know, with Nikki Haley, she's got to go. I mean, she stayed in that primary and just costed Donald Trump votes and really positive energy for his campaign and just tried to stifle it before it even got started. So I'm happy that he's not going to surround himself with neocons and warmongers like Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo. So Donald Trump's already making great decisions.
And
they sit on the board of weapon companies. I can't trust their ass either. Now, what do you mean? Mike Pompeo, everybody was saying, bro, if Trump put his ass in there, 2016 all over again. It's like Nikki Haley, I mean, from the primary, I already knew Nikki Haley just wasn't it. From the primary, the way she caked for Ukraine and Israel, I was like, baby girl, I get it. But yeah, we need America first right now. And right now, you kind of sounding like Israel first. I'm going to be real with you, Nikki Haley. You're sounding more Israel first than American first. And, you know, that's cool. Have your own agenda. But we kind of need the American first agenda right now. And you can have your own agenda.